There you go, guys. Well, doing a little bit more work on the valiant. Haven't done a lot this weekend, but I've pulled the rear end out, mainly so I can get a bit more room in there to work on the that rear guard. But also, while I've got that out, I can clean up underneath the back of the car, like all the um, fuel tank and everything's all out. I can clean this up, clean all the springs up, all that sort of stuff. Start tightening all that up so it's ready to go back in the car and painted and whatever. So I'll try and get that done over the next a couple of weeks or whatever. It just depends on the weather because it's middle of winter here and it's not terribly warm out there. Well, not today anyway because there's no sun. But I while I've sort of been playing around here, I that dint that I put in here when I flattened out these guards there a few months back, and because the guards were pumped way out, and I shrunk them back in, and then unfortunately one of the pushes that I did, the bit of block of wood, I must just didn't quite have it square or something, and it rolled in and it actually pushed this piece in. Well, I welded a couple of washers on there earlier on, and when I pulled that, well, the worst of that didn't out, like there's a little bit there, but it's nothing now. Like it's a little bit of filler and it'll be gone. So I've just got to nick the edge of the welds with a grinder and break those off and then clean that up. And also under here, I've been just doing a bit of a general clean up around here because I sort of started that 4 or 5 years ago, I suppose, and haven't really sort of got around to finishing that. But that's to clear the handbrake lever on the brakes. Let's give you a quick shot over here again at this rear end. Thing as I've said before, this has got very late 80s, early 90s Ford Falcon, Australian Falcon back brakes on it. They're solid discs with the handbrake and the caliper. And fortunately, because they got that sort of alloy bracket that bolts on with all the bearing and everything over the end of the axle, like it's a real good easy swap. Like you don't have to weld anything on to put your brakes on. So it was just a matter of making up a little space here just to get the spacing right for the calipers for when you put the disc over the end of the axle. Obviously that one's not on there, but that one is. So to get that spacing right, had to make up a wee spacer to put in there. I can't remember what the thickness of it is, but it's about, say, roughly 10 mil for this. So yeah, it's sort of going on here. So we'll get this finished off. I'm going to make some new brake lines to go across the back and to fit up to the calipers, because obviously the car's older and the brake line, the fittings on this are well imperial, and I've got a funny suspicion these later ones are metric for the later model Fords. So that's what's going on there, but that's good upgrade. They were pretty cheap. If I'd done it, because I'd done that about 10 years ago, or probably more. Probably if I'd done it now, it actually probably went for a few years later, because they've actually got the handbrake inside the disc like a drum handbrake. I'm not sure what size wheels the minimum size wheels you can use, but these are like 14s and they just clear with that wheel on it. Like that's a later model factory Valiant wheel, but look, they just clear with that brake on it. I think they're actually very, very slightly bigger in diameter than the factory, the later model factory front ones. So it's not a bad balance. Probably have to put a proportioning valve in there make everything work properly. But good cheap upgrade, bolt on. Probably quite easily adapted to something else too, because that housing could probably be, or that plate that holds all the brakes on could probably be quite easily drilled to fit something else. So that's pretty much all I've been doing this weekend. I didn't do anything yesterday on Saturday. Sort of been away on Friday night and didn't get back here until later on the day and just couldn't be bothered basically. So that's what I've been doing out here. Just playing around with that. I was going to start doing this, but I'll play around and do a few little bits and pieces and see what happens. That's mainly what's been happening out here. Alrighty, I'll catch you later.